My name is Aifric O'Sullivan. I'm a lecturer in the School of Agriculture and Food Science. My colleagues and I teach accredited programmes in food science and human nutrition. My own area is human nutrition, and I'm just going to talk you through a couple of examples of research projects, and then I'll come back and mention some of the programmes in the school. So I'm recording the video here in UCD. You can see it's very quiet around me. Normally this area would be filled with students. I'm in here today to do some lab work on a vitamin D study. So in this vitamin D study, we're interested in looking at the absorption of vitamin D from different types of foods to see if we can improve vitamin D absorption. We know in Ireland that about half of the population have low vitamin D levels, and that's worrying because vitamin D is such an important nutrient. We need it for healthy bones, but it's also got lots of other functions. And research shows that low vitamin D levels are associated with an increased risk of diseases like type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. So in this project, we're looking at how we absorb the vitamin D, and then we're trying to improve the absorption to see if we can improve overall vitamin D levels. Next, I'm going to walk you through our human intervention suite and talk you through a typical day for a participant on the vitamin D study. So this is the UCD Institute of Food and Health Human Intervention Suite. We meet our participant here in the waiting room and we take them on through into the intervention room where we start our measurements. Once we're in here, we usually start with a height measurement and then we'll take body weight. We use a Tanita scales to do that because it lets us look at percentage body fat and then the proportion of weight that's due to muscle and bone mass. Once we've those measurements taken, then our nurse can come in and take a small blood sample. We put that blood sample onto ice and take it straight into the lab where we spin it down, divide it into small samples and put those into the freezer until we're ready to measure the vitamin D. After we've taken the first blood sample, then we ask our participant to drink one of the vitamin D study drinks. We wait a little while and we take some more blood. We use that then to look at the vitamin D and see how much vitamin D from the drink has gotten into the participant's system. So the vitamin D study is just one example of a research project here in UCD. Another really nice example is the National COVID Food Survey. We started this just after lockdown began because we wanted to see how the lockdown was going to affect people's diets and their eating behaviours. We had a really good response to it. We had over 4,000 people who signed up to participate, and we got some really nice data out of it. So about 40% of people are saying they're eating more than they usually would. About 42% say that they're snacking more, so that's a change in eating behaviour. Then about 49% are saying they're eating more treat foods, and about 30% think that they have gained weight over the lockdown period. But on a positive note, about 54% say that they're exercising more, so that's a good outcome. So there's a lot more work we need to do with that data. We need to look at the patterns, we need to see how different subgroups are responding to the lockdown restrictions in terms of diet. And that will allow us to plan and better respond in similar situations in the future. So that's just a snapshot of my research. There's a whole lot of other research going on in the Institute. And if you want to find out more, you can go to the website. It's ucd.ie/food and health. And I hope to see you in UCD in the future.